this World Cup qualifying picks edition of the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Pay just $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Sign up with the code PLGP. Welcome, everybody, to the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Wednesday, I think, November the 12th. We are here to have a look at some World Cup qualifying games. We love these, don't we? We get a solid, sometimes double-figure listeners for these episodes. Joining me, brimming with enthusiasm, I can barely fucking contain him, is Mr. Barry Penaluna. Barry, calm down, will you?
Yes, this is right in my fucking ballpark, this, isn't it? Welcome, everybody, you said at the beginning. Welcome, anybody. Should have probably been more.
Yeah. Nobody.
So far, Callum Schultz and Joe Dollar are the only two in the chat. Normally, when we arrive 10 minutes late, as we have tonight, the chat is alive with people moaning about me being late again. Nobody gives a fuck tonight because it's International Week and it doesn't matter what time we turn up. We're
really going to struggle to fill. I mean, we the other night we talked. We said we might be short of content, and we went over an hour because we just talked a lot of bollocks. If we can eke 27 minutes out of this garbage, Baz, I'd be astonished. We are late.
We should have saved some of that bollocks from Monday.
We should have done.
We didn't really plan ahead. It was poor planning.
The eye catchers and stuff. Partly the fault of ITV that I'm 5 minutes. For some reason, they scheduled there. I know no one watches linear TV anymore, Barry, but they had their schedule for the programme. Me and Betty were having a bit of daddy-daughter murder time like we do. They had scheduled Coronation Street to finish at 9:05, and then the next programme to be on until 10:05. I mean, what's up with 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock there? So that's part of the issue. And then for some reason, my headphones went a little bit mental, which is also, as a result, Barry, meant that you're on the left and I'm on the right. So we're very much deck and ant tonight rather than ant and deck, which has messed with your dollar's mind a little bit. I forgot, Barry, we do have some extra content, which Callum's just reminded me of. We'll get to in a little bit too. So who's here? Okay, Callum's here, Joe's here. Danny Midler's here as well. Kick-off will be with us shortly, Barry.
Double moves in kick-off if we're
we could play 20 minutes of kick-off, if the people demand it, Barry. But the big question of the week, you left us on a cliffhanger on Sunday night, on Monday night, wasn't it? You teased us with the dissatisfaction in your new underpants. So now, Barry, if you can drag this out to a 12-minute story. I mean, what's the problem with your new kicks? Because let's be honest, you've been raving about them for the last few months. So what's the issue?
I feel a bit sorry for the Expert Sucks Sport Betting Podcast. He's a first-time listener, and I'm about to talk about my underwear for 5
mate, you could not have picked a worse episode. We will make some picks in a little while, I promise you. But International Week's always a little bit more relaxed on the show. Barry's now going to tell a story about his new underpants. If you can bear with that, and then we'll try and get to some actual picks in a bit. So, my advice would be come back on a Premier League week, and we'll make all the picks then for you. But anyway, it's nice to have you. Welcome along.
I feel like we should leave the boxer short crack for the end of the show. I think we're getting the best content out too early.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that the actual best bit?
Yeah, I think we've gone too early. Like,
okay, that's fine with me. I've got no problem with that at all. If
make some picks, it'll keep people hanging on, Malcolm, won't it? That's all I'm thinking.
We're now basically pandering to one person in the chat who's actually. We're going to have to sit up. I felt myself sitting up a bit straighter there, Baz, because there's a real boy turned up rather than the usual cast of idiots that join us. Speaking of which, Courtney and Patrick are here as well. It is World Cup. I mean, I could very easily, Barry, have you got any questions on the qualification process for the 2026 World Cup, Barry? Because I am fully versed in all aspects of qualification across all of the confederations. So is there anything you want to know at this point? Because I'll sort you out.
Did you not cover this in the first World Cup qualifying show we did?
I may have done, but
I mean, I would have, if you did, I've forgotten it all, obviously.
Do you need a refresher in anything? Do you want to
Is
know
there
what's
anything,
happening anywhere?
Is there anything particular that you would like to draw attention to?
Well, obviously, this is the last weekend of qualifying group stage matches in Europe. England are the only team so far who have made it out. So there's a lot of teams, a lot of big teams on the cusp, as you'd imagine, that can probably qualify this weekend. Germany, France, Spain, all the big boys, the Netherlands. Italy, the one team who were a little bit at risk of missing out automatically because Norway have done a good job of holding them off. But from there, Baz, the 12 second place teams, there's 12 groups. So the 12 second place teams will then be joined. And this is where Sweden are getting the get out of jail card from. The highest ranking 4 teams from Nations League play. So you get 12 and 4, which makes 16. That's a good number, isn't it, for a football tournament? Those 16 then they'll place in 4 little groups of 4. Not groups, sorry, 4 little knockout tournaments of 4. So 2 semis and a final. So you'll get 4 more European teams will come through from the second place finishers. Those draws, by the way, all take place next week, I think. What day are we on? The 12th. I think the draws take place on like the 18th for that. And then there's a playoff tournament, Baz. There's a little play-in tournament next March. A 6-team tournament with a lot of qualifiers from all over the world for the remaining few places. So Bolivia, who finished 7th in the CONMEBOL region, Barry, they are already through. There's an Asian qualifier. Iraq play the UAE this weekend. That win will go through. New Caledonia are already in that. Finished 2nd in Oceania, obviously. And then we're going to get on to Africa in a bit. Everyone knows, well, not everyone. There's new people here, Barry. I am Southwest Northumberland's premier African football analyst. And there's a 4-team tournament in Africa this weekend. 2 semi-finals and a final. And the winners of that go into the play-in next year. So you can have Bolivia, New Caledonia, the Asians, the winners of this African lot, and then you'll get someone like Suriname from Central America, from CONCACAF.
How many qualify out of the 6-team tournament?
Don't know.
I don't know. You can't say that.
Barry, we're doing one stage at a time. I'll tell you what happens next.
Right.
So that's all exciting. So we'll know a little bit more at the end of this weekend, won't we?
Well done. That was 5 minutes of waffle. Well done.
I was waiting for Andy to turn up, but he's here now, so we can crack on with the rest of the show. So yeah, there are quite a few short price favourites around Europe this week, as you'd expect. Like Germany, France. I thought even like Portugal away at the Republic with like 3-1 on. Yeah, you'd expect Republic to be a bit more competitive. But there is a lot of shorties. Like I say, Italy, the ones who were in a little bit of trouble. But Scotland is still sniffing around. Bosnia Herzegovina still sniffing around. Turkey, Ukraine could all cause a little problem. So could Slovakia, Kosovo. So we're not everyone is home and hosed as yet. Every episode of that the SGPN put out is on the app. So download the SGPN app today. We are brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You get the best prices. Novig is available in 35 states. The offer is download the Novig app, get $50 when you spend $5. Use the promo code SGPN. Getting on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Underdog is your home for pick-em entries. You can win up to 5,000 times your money. Offer is play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Sign up with the code PLGP. Right, Barry. I have made 4 picks. Do I need to ask how many picks you've made? Do you do this on purpose now? Is this like a segment Were you,
Yeah,
you generally not asked, or is it just because it's funny that you now do less than me?
Well, you should know my note writing for these sort of things is generally very last minute for these episodes. So I tend to wait until you message me and say I've made X number of picks, and then I
Right.
deliberately
Oh,
do.
okay.
So
So-
today you did message me and said you've got 4 picks. So
Yeah.
for that reason, I went into it. I made 3 picks and I stopped right there.
So, but I could pull the old switcheroo here, Baz. So on the next one, if I message you and said I've made 6 picks,
I
do you
tell you
think
to
you
fuck
would
off.
then? Yeah, exactly. See, so you're talking bollocks. That's disingenuous. There's no way then you would make 5 picks, would you? You'd make 3 picks.
I could have made 5 picks for this. To be fair, there's lots
So
of
what stopped you?
great stuff to get stuck into. I mean, I didn't delve outside of Europe as well, which is another thing I tend to
Well,
do in these international things. I stay with what I know best, you know.
you know, mate, yeah, people would thank you not going to Africa. That's very much the cradle of civilization is very much my jurisdiction, Barry. I think 100%
Absolutely, I'm
goes
not
to
wanting to
Africa.
step on your toes there.
No, mate,
Yeah.
don't do it. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? Expert for a reason. Fef's joined us. I've got no idea what Andy Williams talking about. Has he had a stroke? Like, he's just a series of unconnected sentences. I don't know what any of those mean. Do those link in any way, Barry, what Andy's talking about?
Not a clue.
Stanley's Cup, cup of tea. And then he's just randomly laughing at stuff. I think he might have been on the booze. Courtney and Patrick want China team tool under. I didn't look at China this week. I'm still waiting for China to play India so we can launch headlong into the 0-0 draw. Right, well, I'll start us off then, Barry. We'll start in Europe. So this is chronologically cockeyed because my 2 African games are tomorrow, but my 2 European games are both from Saturday night. And I wanted to start with Scotland, because I think Scotland are very, very live in terms of the group. Let's get the table up. Scotland sit in second place. So it's a 4-team group. Denmark and Scotland have both got 10 points. Then it's all the way down to 3 for Greece and 0 for Belarus. And Scotland have been decent. Scotland have been in good form. They've got a couple of players who are doing bits now on the international stage. And this is definitely a WTF, Baz. We've got the wrong team favourites here. Greece 11-10. The draw is 21-10 plus 210. And Scotland are 13-5 plus 260. Greece have won 1 and lost 3. Scotland have won 3 and lost 1. Scotland won the reverse game 3-1 at Hampden Park. Turned Greece over. And Greece's form's poor. They lost 3-1 and 3-0 to Denmark, as well as that 3-1 defeat to Scotland. So they've lost comfortably on the handicap all 3 times. 2 goal defeats and a 3-goal defeat. Flip side, Scotland are unbeaten, 3 wins, and then a 0-0 in Denmark, which is a perfectly reasonable result. They've only conceded twice in the 4 games. They're playing well. So I've got 4 picks for you here. You can take whichever one you like. I think Scotland are live as a dog, 13-5 plus 260. It's a definite WTF. Fucking Fef's back. Scotland will definitely not beat Greece. This is Ajax Olympiacos all over again. He's done it once and he thinks he can just come wading in with his size 10s and just kibosh my picks out the park. Scotland 13-5 plus 260 is live. The double chance is short, but I don't think Scotland will get beat. The double chance is 7-10. The draw no bet is 6-4 plus 150. So anywhere around that, depending on what your bankroll is and how exotic you feel. Or Scotland team total over 1.5 is 9-4 plus 225. Scotland are in a high part of their cycle at the moment, and Greece are the opposite. I think Scotland are going to do a job, especially Greece have got nothing to play for, by the way, either. Scotland are absolutely live and kicking still in this. Hoping that Denmark make a mistake. So get involved in Scotland.
I don't mind any of that. Never caught my eye, the Scotland game, but I didn't realise they were as big a price as they were, to be honest. So don't mind that lot at all. My first game is going to be tomorrow, so we are going back in time. Thursday night, early kickoff as well. I think it's a 5:45 game between Armenia and Hungary. Armenia are 5-1 plus 500. Hungary 1-2 minus 200. And the draw 7-2 plus 350. Now, Hungary were one of the teams I was happy to fade coming into these qualifiers because they stunk the place out at the Euros after we bigged them up and thought they might be dark horses to do stuff in the Euros. They then went into the Nations League and were absolute garbage there. They went into, I think they won 1 in 9 games after the Euros. However, they've done okay in this. They've only lost 1 of their 4 games, that one being against Portugal. They've got goals in them. They've scored 2 goals in each of their 4 games. Even when they lost to Portugal, they scored twice, lost 3-2. But they've also beat Armenia already. At home, they beat them 2-0 in the reverse fixture. Armenia themselves have lost 6 of their last 8 games in total. They've won only once against Republic of Ireland. And the 3 defeats in this qualifying campaign all came without them scoring a goal as well. I just think Hungary, it's a big one for Hungary because they could lock down second place here with a win. I think they're the better side. I think the form is better. And they've got goals in them where Armenia haven't. They are 1-2, so I'm going to go into the Asian handicap market. I'm going to take Hungary -1 at 4-5.
Yeah, fair enough. Hungary do look like they're going to lock down second place in that group. Portugal are away and gone, or they will be. Portugal are too short, by the way, in the Republic of Ireland. But they probably will get the job done, leaving Hungary in second to go into that 16-team playoff, Barry, that I've already thoroughly talked us through. And they nicked a late point against Portugal last time, which stopped Portugal from qualifying automatically. I'm going to stay on Saturday. And the game I'm going to, similar to yours, actually, I'm taking on Cyprus against Austria. Cyprus are 10-1. The draw is 19-4 plus 475. Austria around about 1-4 minus 400. The state of play in this group is that Austria are 2 points in front of Bosnia-Herzegovina. So the 1-7 minus 700 Austria to qualify automatically. Something would have to go wrong. Cyprus have played 7 games. Now, they have picked up 8 points, which on the face of it looks all right. But you've got to factor in the San Marino in that group, the absolute whipping boys. So Cyprus have picked up the points of San Marino. And they've had a couple of draws. They've got a draw against Romania, who aren't the best, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. But Austria are just a cut above at the minute. They've won 5 of 6, scored 19, conceded 3. Now, 10-0 against San Marino takes a big chunk out of that. But they won 2-1 away at Bosnia. They did lose in Romania in the last window. But with a final spot in view here, I think they can win. I think they can win comfortably. And I spotted a couple of markets where the prices look lopsided, Barry. The Austrian team total over 1.5 is 2-5 minus 250. That's incredibly short. So the books are very much expecting Austria to get 2. They're 6-5 plus 120 to score 3. So having said that, -1.5 on the handicap is 4-5 minus 125. So, I mean, Cyprus could get a goal. Joe Dollar wants Austria to win to 0. So that's kind of what I was factoring. I was factoring in Austria 2-0 kind of thing. Minimum 2-0, 3-0. If Cyprus score, we're still, like I say, 6-5 to get 3 goals. So I just thought those prices were a little bit wobbly. And I'll take Austria -1.5, 4-5, -125.
Nice. I'm on Friday night, still in Europe. All mine are in Europe. So I'm Friday night. I thought you might have went for this one, actually, because it's a decent-looking game. Slovakia versus Northern Ireland.
I looked at it. It was too hard for me. I wasn't good enough. I really wanted a bet, and I wanted Northern Ireland. I don't know where you're going, but I wanted to factor in Northern Ireland, a bit like Scotland, because I faded Northern Ireland against
Slovakia.
someone.
I'm sure it was against Slovakia.
Yeah, I think it was as well. And Northern Ireland were really fucking good. It was purely on the eye test. Northern Ireland were really good, and I wanted to get them in today. It wasn't good enough, so let's see where you ended up, Baz.
Well, it wasn't good enough, so I went elsewhere. I haven't gone for Northern Ireland. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm fairly sure we both took Slovakia last time because we were a big price away from home against Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland ended up winning that one 2-0. Is that enough to put me off Slovakia here? I don't think it is. Slovakia sit higher in the table. They're level on points with Germany, having beat the Germans already. Northern Ireland sit behind on 6 points, meaning a win here for Slovakia would again guarantee them at least second place in this group. They did lose 2-0 away to Northern Ireland, but it is the only negative of the campaign. It's the only game they've lost. They've kept 3 clean sheets in the other 3 games. Now, 2 of them did come against Luxembourg, so not the best of quality. But the 2-0 home win over Germany stands out. And it is the home form that took me back to Slovakia here. They've not lost in 8 in a row now at home. They've also kept 5 clean sheets in a row and 6 clean sheets in the last 7 at home. I think it'll be a tight game. The unders is very short price. That's where I probably would have went if it was backable. The unders is very short, but I think Slovakia are going to nick it at home. Their home form's good enough. I'm going to take Slovakia to win it 19-20.
Yeah, it was the home away thing that got me because, like I say, eye test. Northern Ireland were really good last time out. They absolutely put Slovakia to the sword the bit I watched. So, yeah, that kind of made me stay away from it for saying the same.
I
Joe
feel
Dollar
like I should probably crack on here with my final pick because I'm still in Europe, and then you've got 2 Africans after that, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I'll crack on. I'm on to Saturday now, so I've got a Thursday, Friday, Saturday card for me. And Saturday, I have gone for Kosovo v Slovenia. And it's another one where I came to it because it was one of the few where we didn't have a really short-priced favourite. Slovenia are favourites, 19-20, minus 105. Kosovo at 3-1, plus 300. I can't remember what price the draw is, but that doesn't matter. Tight on this one, second v third, sort of tight on the betting anyway, or tight compared to what we've seen in a lot of the other games. Kosovo sit second in the table on 7 points. Slovenia third place on 3 points. The thing that stood out first of all was the lack of goals in games involving either side. Kosovo have played 4, scored 3, conceded 4, and still find themselves sitting second in the table, despite having scored only 3 goals. Slovenia scored twice and conceded 5. So unders was the first thought. It's 8-13. It's a little bit short for the under 2.5. But the other trend is that both teams to score no. It's hit in all 4 games for Kosovo because they lost 4-0 to the Swiss in the opening game before keeping 3 clean sheets in a row after that. 2 clean sheets against Sweden. To be fair, Sweden haven't got any decent strikers, so, and then they had a clean sheet in the reverse fixture here against Slovenia. That finished 0-0 as well, so another pointer towards the unders. Slovenia, similar. All of their games, their last 3 have all went both teams to score no, been a clean sheet in each of those. So the BTTS no appealed here, 3-4. That's going to be my main pick. I think it'll definitely be low scoring. I think Slovenia might be the team not to score. I'm just give me a second. I've got the teams the wrong way around. Slovenia or the home side. I read it out the other way around. Slovenia or the home side. But I think Kosovo might shut them out. Kosovo are good defensively, and I think Kosovo look a good pick as an underdog. I wanted to find an underdog somewhere. Kosovo at 3-1, look a bit of value for me. They've won 2 of their 4, as I say. They beat Sweden twice. Slovenia haven't won a game yet. They have got 3 draws. As I say, sure to be a tight game, will be low scoring, but if I was going to pick a side, Kosovo at 3-1 would appeal to me as an underdog.
Okay, nice pass. Getting the dogs in. I'll head to Africa after I've told you about Rhythm, crushing it in college football, NFL, and added NBA. Now, weekly crash prizes for tracking your bets in the app. You can win up to $1,000. Promo code is SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use the promo code SGPN25. However, Barry, before we head to Africa, oh, baby, it's kickoff time. The ball is in I8. I kicked off. You then got a free kick and smashed it right into my 6-yard box. Though you did think you'd scored a goal or put it in the goal, didn't you? Barry's 2-0 up, cruising at this point. Already got me hemmed in. This is poor, this. Right. I'm going to take a free kick first, Baz. Just a little one.
Oh, he's panicking.
I am. I need. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to sleepwalk into like a 2-1 defeat. If I score late and get beat without having a go now, do you know what I mean? I'm going full Kevin Keegan. Yeah, I would love it, Barry. Would fucking love it if I beat you. So I'll go. I'm just going to go 1 and then 2 straight forward there, just to create myself a little bit of space.
So forward 3, yeah.
Forward 3, yeah. It's another way of saying it. Yeah, very good. And then I'm going to smash the granny out of it with that. 8, 3, 4. Okay, so we go
Childish.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's into your penalty area, Barry. Up in square number G5, Barry. That's G5 if you're playing along at home.
G5.
Like to respond?
Right. I will respond.
Respond.
I'm just looking. Let's have a
Callum
look.
says this is where we lose our new viewer. Listen, if you're not here to endure the tough times, we don't want to hear when Fulham win at 8-11 on a weekend and we've got them. You see, the new viewers intrigued. Where's the box? Oh, I haven't got the box with me.
Anyway,
it's a
Mark,
board game. Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. It's not a very catchy name. I need something to call it. It's a card game, a little board game. But we've been playing it for round about 4 months now. We played the first half. Barry's winning 2-0. We've just kicked off the second half. Everybody absolutely loves it. It's like the favourite bit. We get hundreds of letters, postcards, stuff like that every week. So women go wild for it. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyway, Barry, your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to go forward 3 and then diagonal 3 to the right. So I'm going
back into the middle.
Out towards the touchline, isn't it, I think?
Oh, that's left.
I'm looking at a different... Well, you've confused me.
If you go left, you're going out towards the touchline. If you go right, you're going into the centre circle.
You're on my box, G5.
G5,
oh, there's G5 at both ends, isn't there? Yeah.
Of course there is, you dick. We swapped ends, man. You're going that way.
I'll go on then, yeah.
Out towards the touchline?
No, in the middle.
Right. Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you were in the centre circle, Barry, on square A8. Right. Thanks, everybody. Brilliant stuff, that. Right, okay. This is, apart from that game, everyone's been waiting for us to get to get into Africa. Francis has turned up. Ruben Amorim does play this in his spare time. What's that? Oh, look at this.
That's my board. I look at Twitter and look at the last picture of the board with Malcolm's feet on. And that's how I try and work out where we are.
All right, you see. Little peek behind the curtain there. So, Africa, Barry. I've already explained what's going on in Africa. Is that the groups are finished. They're all done. 8 teams qualified. So the 4 best second place teams are now playing in a little tournament in Morocco. So the 2 games are at a neutral venue. They're going to be played in Rabat. Semi-finals tomorrow and the final presumably on Sunday night, I think. I'm actually covering this first game tomorrow afternoon. I'm doing commentary on Nigeria against Gabon. So it's only 1 team will come out of this tournament and we'll head into that little play-in tournament next March with Bolivia and Iraq and whoever else, New Caledonia. This first one kicks off at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Nigeria, Gabon. Nigeria are 9-10, minus 111. Oh, not actually, Nigeria have shortened up a little bit here. They're now 5-6, minus 120. So there's been some money for Nigeria. The draw is 21-10, plus 210. Gabon have been pushed out to plus 425. What's that? 17-4. So a shade over 4-1 now, Gabon. Nigeria were beaten to automatic qualification by South Africa. They just drew too many games. Won 4, drew 5, lost 1. Now, they've been better lately. They've got a little bit of a head of steam up. They're unbeaten in 6. They scored 6 times in the 2 games in the last international break. Gabon are lively. Gabon are a decent team. They only finished, they were dead unlucky not to qualify, actually. They won 8, drew 1 and lost 1 in the group. However, Côte d'Ivoire touched them off because Côte d'Ivoire are very, very good. They scored 22 goals in the 10 games. Aubameyang plays up top. I did Gambia v Gabon in the last round when Aubameyang scored a hat-trick and then got sent off in a 4-3 win. So Nigeria are worthy favourites, but they're not a shoe-in here. They're the better team. They're FIFA ranked 41 to Gabon's 77. Callum's saying there's some sort of shenanigans with Nigeria because they haven't been paid. It's just African football. It's all absolute mayhem. So I think Nigeria are worthy favourites, and obviously they have been nipped in a little bit today, so someone's been looking at my notes. But it's the goal line for me, Baz. I sat and watched a 4-3 last time. You've got Aubameyang up top for one team. You've got Osimhen going the other way. Over 2.5 goals is 17-10 plus 170. It's absolutely nuts. Even if you want the over 2, it's even money. So you get a push at 2. So it's a big price. I think we can see some goals here. And it's kind of a standalone game. It's a one-off. They just got to fucking go for it. One team hits the front. The minute one goal goes in, then all bets are off, because there's no coming back from this. You lose. It's lose and go home in this one. So, yeah, I'll take the over 2.5 goals. It's 17-10. If you want a little safety net, take the over 2, it evens, and you can have your push. So that's 4 o'clock tomorrow. The second game then kicks off at 7 o'clock. So it's back-to-back, and it's Cameroon against the Democratic Republic of Congo. Any country that has the word democratic in its name is the least democratic place on earth. They're the rules. It's a big red flag. So it's the probably not very democratic Republic of the Congo. Cameroon and 29-20 plus 145. 9-5 the draw plus 180. And DR Congo are 5-2 plus 250. Barry, Cameroon have the most FIFA World Cup appearances out of African nations with how many?
4.
Fucking 4. 8. Not even close. 8 World Cup appearances for Cameroon. That's a poor effort, that. Cameroon finished 4 points behind Cape Verde, who won that group and have qualified automatically. They won 5, drew 4 and lost 1. They've been good away from home, Cameroon. So the neutral venue isn't a problem. They've won 4 of the last 5 away games. So Cameroon are quite happy on their travels. DR Congo, they absolutely blew their group. They had it in the bag. They were in the same group as Senegal. They were 2-0 up against Senegal in the last qualifying round to qualify automatically and shit the bed and lost 3-2. So a bit of a down spot here for the Congo. The head-to-heads are firmly in Cameroon's favour. Congo haven't won in 9 games against Cameroon. They've lost 6 of those 9. No Yohan Wissa, who is the DRC's prime goal scorer, obviously. Brian Mbeumo play up top for Cameroon. He's in good form. So I think Cameroon are a price. I like Cameroon to win outright. 29-20 plus 145. I like Mbeumo to score. 13-2, first and last. 11-4 plus 275 anytime. And also, Barry, the over 2.5 is absolutely gigantic. It's 21-10 plus 210. There's goals all over African qualifying. Absolutely all over. It's a bit of a misnomer that there used to be. It used to be quite cagey. This thing was on a cycle where everyone had a manager. They all had those managers with shoulder-length blonde hair from Belgium, didn't they? All of them. They're all fucking identical. 50-year-old blokes with shoulder-length blonde hair. And then loads of people like Musa Sissoko, like those great big fucking wardrobe-sized midfielders. And that's what African football was. It's moved on a little bit. Like, again, they're on a new part of the cycle. And there's been goals going in. But at that price, I can't avoid that. Partly the same reason. It's a win or go home. Like, first goal goes in, and it's hand breaks off. So 21-10 the overs. I do like Cameroon. The main reason I shouted the overs out was for the double. I want to double the overs. I want to sit here in this corner, Barry, tomorrow night. The games are live on FIFA.com, by the way. FIFA plus FIFA.com. So you can get your laptop out. I'm going to sit there with my feet up. I might even watch it in the bath, lads. Do you know what I mean? And go for the over 2.5 goal double, which is 7.3 to 1 plus 737. Over 2.5 double. Cameroon will beat them 2-1, and Boom will score. And following on from the overs in the Nigeria game, we're all going to be rich, Baz. And as Courtney points out, Onana is in goal for Cameroon, which points to 1 or 2 flying in the onion bag as well.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm excited for the overs double. Really excited.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just remind me about it, because I'll definitely forgot about it by the morning.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, you could listen to full... While you're at work, Barry, what better than to listen to full commentary of Nigeria v Gabon from Southwest Northumberland's premier African football analyst. So I'll tell you, we're doing a little bit of live coaching here as well. The Experts Suck Sports Betting podcast. An example of the fade. Draw no bet.
He's got he's got Congo on the draw no bet market.
You see, I'd have gone the other way around. I like Cameroon, but Eddie, I mean,
so he thinks you suck, basically.
He's absolutely right, which makes me a prime. I should be on the Experts Suck Sports Betting podcast. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's trolling us at this point, Barry. We've actually managed 38 minutes, which is incredible. And we haven't got to the best part of the show yet, Barry. Are we finished with picks?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Right, okay. So we can move on to the portion of the show. I hope it doesn't involve your portion that everyone's been waiting for, is Underpants Update.
Yeah,
that's a bit of alliteration there, Baz, as well. It's a good name for a section.
I mean, it's a bit of a sad tale. I feel like we should have some sort of slow music in the background to sort of...
Okay. So sad, like piano music. Like on the NFL when someone gets injured.
As people will know, I was a big fan of the old Oddballs bamboo underwear. Was it was quite a big talking point for a while. I delved into the world of bamboo underwear, and I was amazed. You raved around it for a long time.
Yeah, I sorted you out, didn't I? I've got someone now.
I've never felt comfort like it. Just really nice feel, comfort. And I like the funky designs, from the old Oddballs. So good that I signed up for a subscription, as you know. I paid a monthly subscription, and every month, around about the 5th or 6th, something comes through the letterbox, and there's a pair of underpants and a pair of socks, and the kids get really excited to find out what this month's design is and all of that lot. As I say, a bit of a highlight in this house. It drives the kids mad because they absolutely hate them. I even got to the point where I asked them to rank the 5 pairs that I had in order of like which ones they preferred.
In my experience, Barry, there's nothing more teenage girls like than ranking that dad's underpants. It's exactly. It's a fucking craze. It's sweeping the nation. It's all on YouTube. It's on TikTok, MySpace.
I've got lots of lovely pairs of spotty and stripy socks as well. I like the socks. However, recently we encountered a problem. One pair came through. These were the fancy pants. Nice. They developed a little hole near the seam in the gusset. Problematic. It was a small hole.
First time the word gusset's being used, do you think, on this show?
So anyway, it was only a small hole, but I'd only wore them once. So I did send an email explaining I was unhappy with my pants. And to be fair, they sent another pair. So I now have 2 pairs of the fancy pants. Yeah. But you'll see that hole's got bigger because I obviously continued wearing them because it was only a tiny hole.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought, it might just be a small manufacturing issue with that one pair. And I have got a new pair of fancy pants, so that's all right. I like them ones. Nice. However, in the last week, I've identified 2 more pairs with a hole in the exact same area.
Oh no!
That's more than just a one-off problem, isn't it? So I've had to cancel the subscription because before I moved into bamboo underwear, Malcolm, I reckon my last underpants range probably lasted me at least 10 years. Like, I mean, I'm certainly not chucking them out after 3 months, that's for sure. But it feels like the longevity of the oddballs isn't great. The sponsorship deal for oddballs I've probably fucked up now, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
That's probably not coming anymore. But I've cancelled the subscription and I have moved into a new brand. However, the old step one is what we've got now.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell. Someone's doing all right with himself. Getting
But
step one.
they're just black. Black with a little grey band. So there's no funky patterns anymore. We've gone plain old. The kids love these ones. Really, they're much bigger fan of the plain black. So yeah, oddballs are out. Step one are in, and there we go. He's on oddballs.
No.
Oh.
They'll just be some sort of cheap sort of shite. But they're very long as well. They go right. Hang on a minute. I get my leg up. I mean, they're down there, bud.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Like that? You can't wear them with shorts, can you? If you wear them with shorts,
no.
Particularly if I'm wearing the funky ones, because you can just see these out the bottom of me. Those
photographs of me keeping goal at St James's Park when I was flying belly up, making all those saves. You can see me kegs poking out underneath. Yeah, it was most unprofessionable. So there you go.
I'm disappointed because I did like that little moment of seeing what this month's post was going to bring. And
well, didn't they comment on your tweet last week as well when you had them delivered?
They did, yeah. I'm going to have to get in touch with them again and say, look, you've let me down here. And say they might try and remedy the situation.
I mean, it's not in our nature to encourage your internet pylon, is it? Because that's...
not like...
So what you do? You going all Joey Barton, Barry? So your underpants are Ennio Luco, you're Joey Barton, and you're encouraging the 11 people who are watching this, including that one fella who's got no fucking idea what's going on, to steam into oddballs.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to try and resolve it amicably first before it gets to that stage. But I felt it was the right thing to do to cancel the subscription. I can't condone buying a monthly subscription for what are essentially just becoming disposable underwear. Like, they're not being worn often enough to be justifying holes in them. So I'll update you on how the step ones get on, because comfort-wise, they're very much the same. They have the anti-chafe glide panel up the middle, as you know. There. So yeah, if anyone's interested in that, drop me a message. I'll get you a code for the old step ones. This is not an advert, by the way. We're not getting
no.
It's an
infomercial.
There we go. Yeah, that's the underwear update for now. I'll keep you posted.
People are pinpointing the downfall of this show to that moment you got your nipple out, Barry. Apparently, it's all been downhill ever since. This is what happens. It's just in absolute filth. Nothing but filth. I got my armpits out as well in the summer, which wasn't ideal. Well, what I enjoyed most about all of that story, Barry, was watching the viewer numbers go down by one every 30 seconds.
This show has never been as low as the time you explained about your manky nutsack.
Oh,
that was the lowest.
That was early on, though.
It was early on. We were testing the water there, weren't we? I think what happened is we got away with that story, and then we realised we could just fucking talk about anything we wanted.
By the way, manky nutsack makes it sound like there was some impropriety on my part. Not me. It was that big Iranian fella who I've still got his knuckle prints on my nutsack. I mean, nutsack, looks leopard print, Barry, in a certain light. Like, you can see I've got a leopard print ball bag. Yeah. So anyway, we'll track that out for the 1,000th show or something. Right, can we go now, Barry?
I can't believe we've fucking knocked out 45 minutes.
I know. I'd have set the over or under at 13 minutes when we started this because we had zero content.
There we go. We've done it. Well done. Let's go.
Well done. Hopefully, Austria, Scotland, Nigeria, all the Africans and...
Go check out the Expert Sucks Sport Betting podcast where they'll be getting stuck into Malcolm's pick for the African ones.
Yeah, wants the Congo.
Fading the African expert.
Fef wants to see my testicles. We'll leave that for Christmas or something. Do you know what I mean? Too much of a good thing. Right. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, everybody. We apologise. The bad news is, Barry, after this, there's no football next week at all because all the qualifiers finish. I don't know what's on next week.
30 minutes of kickoff.
30 minutes of kickoff. Okay, then. Brilliant. Right. Well done, mate. Appreciate it. Good luck, everybody, with your picks. Enjoy the football. We will see you all down the road. Cheers.